I guess it's all right then, but just make sure to stand out of our way next time, young man.
Oh yes, my Majesty, I promise, with all my heart.
Now, this moment is kind of being awkward, don't you think? The Queen is so generous. She just let a man who crashed a white, beautiful limousine go. Just like that. Well, if I were her, I wouldn't do what the Queen did. But everyone had to agree with her, because she's the one who commands. So the man who was kneeling down with all his soul stood up and waved goodbye. I had no words to say. All this was just a misunderstanding. Chop chop, got to move on. We are on our way to the Hospital of London, declared Elizabeth. The driver was shocked on what had just went wrong, but he just let it go and drove on to the way to the Hospital of London. Good thing all this problem has been, sort of solved. You sure are very kind, my Majesty, I tell her, as I appeared to look at the chocolate bars in her purse. I really felt like one. The Queen looks at me and says, "Take one, dear. They are so yummy." I was so glad to hear that, so then I take a chocolate bar and reply, "Thank you. They sure are, yummy." In the hospital. We have now arrived to the hospital. I was so nervous because I never liked hospitals. As we are on our way to sit in the benches with all the Queen's helpers behind us follow. All the people in the hospital look at the Queen in disbelief. A lady with a baby in her lap comes rushing in our way. "May I have your autograph, Your Majesty, please?" But right then, one of the Queen's helper pulls her away. I felt bad for that poor lady. She just got pushed away with no respect. But I didn't pay much attention to that because I was just going to have to deal with the doctor. Well, I mean, the Queen will have to.